Hello and welcome back everybody to Symphonic Rain. So first of all, as is tradition on this channel, we talk about something random because there are two things I want to talk about. I'll try to keep it short. So first of all, if you have watched wrestling, as I told you, for these Olympic Games, you maybe saw the bronze medal match between Mongolia and Uzbekistan. And maybe you saw that the Mongolian coach in freestyle wrestling basically went mental and challenged the referees for a fight about the wrongdoing he thought they did. And why am I talking about this? Basically, I personally think the judges were really wrong in the decision to give the point to Uzbekistan. And the sad thing that resulted in German TV of that was that the commentator, who apparently had even less knowledge about wrestling than I have, and I started watching these Olympic Games, talked about how they gave the guy from Uzbekistan a point because the Mongolian was unfair. He basically, if you haven't saw it, he cheered for his own victory 5 seconds before the match was over. And the German commentator said they gave the guy from Uzbekistan a point because the Mongolian was unfair. But the point was about wrestling passively. That was why the judges gave the guy from Uzbekistan a point, because the guy from Mongolia wrestled passively, not unfairly. And this is so retarded. Now everyone in Germany who has no knowledge about wrestling at all, and that's basically everybody, has a completely wrong picture. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how media can easily fool people into nonsense. In this case, pretty harmless nonsense because it's about sports. But wrong information, wrong opinion. It's as easy as that. So, the first random thing, already 2 minutes, Jesus Christ. Second random thing, I finished Tales of the Abyss. If you're looking for Nintendo 3DS or PlayStation 2 games, I can recommend it. It is one of these fascinating games that I can't call very good, and I enjoyed very much nonetheless. So, maybe I'll do a video about that at one point. Anyway, let's finally start out with Symphonic Rain. Jesus Christ. I can't keep it short, I just can't. It's impossible for me. I seated myself behind my Fortel as usual, but the one thing I had to confirm before allowing my finger to touch the keyboard. But... oh, I assumed there was one thing I had to confirm. Fall.
どうかしたの?
There's something I need to tell you. There's a good possibility you might think I'm crazy for saying what I'm about to say. Really? Now you're making it fucking awkward? Now you're telling her you have a girlfriend? I swear to God. I truly hope this was just my presumption at play. It would be much better if this ended with only me getting embarrassed.
アリエッタさんのこと?
Oh, she talked to Torta, huh? Ha! Or maybe Torta talked to her. You know, that would actually make more sense. How did you know?
トルティニタさんから。でも、私の方から無理に聞き出しちゃったの。ごめんなさい。
Ah. Oh, well, that was pretty simple. No, I don't mind, but...
よかった。トルティニタさんは悪くないから。だから、そういうこと。
I see. If I chose to believe her, it would mean that I had simply been jumping to conclusions. However, I didn't view myself as someone slow to pick up on those kinds of vibes. I had a hard time believing it had all been a misunderstanding on my part.
クリスさん。
Yes?
私は歌うことが好き。
With a distant look in her eyes, Fal brought up something completely different.
この学院に入ることができて本当に良かったと思ってるし、この3年間音楽に対しても。
All I could do was nod.
だからね、この卒業演奏は私にとってとても大事なものなの。
Her voice had been reduced to a whisper at the end, and I couldn't pick up what she said. Well, to be fair, she whispers. Really? Are we doing the stereotype German now? I mean, she whispers all the time. but the true feelings had already come across crystal clear. But why me? Right. Why did she choose? What the fuck? Am I trying to make a bad German accent now? Why did she choose me? While I didn't enter this institute with a half-hearted attitude, I have always felt I wasn't able to meet its expectations. I had never been able to find a proper balance between things I liked and didn't like, and only a handful of instructors ever gave me the light of day. And yet this girl, who had only recently met me, wanted myself as her partner for this recital that was so pivotal to her.
理由はうまく言葉にできない。でもクリスさんの音を初めて聞いて、それから一緒に演奏するようになって。
You felt it.
私に足りないもの、クリスさんは持っている気がする。
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's probably about what Chris mentioned. I mean, I don't. To be honest, to be totally honest, I kind of see it, but I can't put it into words. It's not passion. She's actually. Maybe it's letting loose or something like that. Do you say that in English? Like letting loose? Probably not. But you know, put yourself into the experience. Not being like perfection is not being. It's not about being like 100% right, but more about the moment, the flow of the moment. It's difficult. I think I could do a better job in German. Anyway, but you know, I kind of see where Chris is coming from, and maybe Fall sees that as well. It was that faint feeling of something missing that I had talked to Forney about this morning. Had she noticed this as well? I don't know what it is you're looking for. But if I can be of any help in finding it, if only a little bit.
クリスさん、
I came here today because I felt I wanted to support you.
ありがとう。
Also because okay, no, not going there, but we all know where I wanted to go. One word. And the girl... I am a bad boy. And the girl's eye dropped back onto her music sheet. That gesture caught my eye for a moment. After that, we both went silent for a few minutes. It was no uncomfortable pause by any means. Rather, it served to gauge the degree of intimacy between us.
さて、
Yeah.
それなら早速練習を始めようか。
At a leisurely pace if possible.
ダメ。卒業演奏は完璧にやりたいって。
On second thought, I think I might have jumped the gun with my decision.
今さらそんなこと言っても。
An almost blindingly bright atmosphere permeated the room as we went back to focusing on our fauteuil and staff sheets respectively. Really? I guess, I mean, fair enough, you probably have to practice if you're playing it yourself. Different than me. So, as mentioned, I guess fair enough. So, actually this time listening to the song I paid attention to the lyrics because I was told in the comments in an earlier episode that the songs basically represent the respective girl. And, yeah, never really paid attention to the text, but now looking at it, Fal's text is basically like, notice me senpai, you know? As much as I hate this whole notice me senpai shit, because usually it's just used by people who think, ha, how funny, an anime, and watch Attack on Titan, and this is no. You know as well as I do that I'm no anime elitist. I haven't watched an anime, actually, a new one at least, in probably 1.5 years or something. So I just hate people who are like, I know everything about anime. Notice me, senpai, you know. But it just came to mind. Anyway, the thing is that I actually wanted to talk about her whole song is about, you know, if you say, you want me, I'm here, and please love me, you know. Also, now that I think about it, the whole senpai notice me thing is kind of stupid because he is not her senpai. Anyway, it's not matter. Thing is, if lyrics actually represent Fall, then she really has a bad crush on Chris, probably. Maybe on Asino. That would be a twist. Oh man, that would be a twist. Or maybe on someone completely different, like the teacher. Now, that would be like a M. Night Shyamalan twist. Anyway, the final reverberations of the fortell were absorbed into the walls, and a void-like silence returned to the room. I could hear the girl's elevated respiration clearly, as though she were breathing right into my ear. I didn't normally praise myself for my performances, but I felt today was as appropriate of an occasion as any. Fall let out a large breath, then smiled sweetly. There came no words of praise, nor of dissatisfaction. They were no longer necessary. We both knew everything there was to know about our own performances. It's roughly 1 month from now, huh?
結構時間に余裕があったかも。
Well, we shouldn't overestimate ourselves.
あまり卑下するのも良くないよ。自分を正しく評価できるのが。
Good point. My elevations subsided with time, and with it came the realization that my fingers and shoulders felt sluggish. When completely focused on a performance, I would lose all sense of time and neglect my accumulating exhaustion.
疲れた？
A little.
ちょっとなんだ。明日からもこの調子で頑張ろうか。
Wait, every day?
それに関しては後で話さないといけないんだけど、まあナターレくらいは少しゆっくり過ごしたいよね。
I swear to God, what is Natale now? Is Natale New Year? Is Natale Christmas? What is it? I mean, I could have looked it up by now, but you know I tend to forget things like that. Jesus Christ, I'm stupid. But still, you could tell me. I already never know which day it is. Why do you have to throw so many Italian words at me? Val decided with a meaningful smile. It looked like Natale, at least, was safe. I'm a little relieved to hear that.
でも明日はきっちり練習だからね。
Okay, now actually it's probably not Christmas now that I think about it, because tomorrow's Christmas. At least probably in Italy. Or maybe not. You know, in Germany we celebrate the 24th as Christmas. And I always thought that was a Catholic thing, and that is why I expected Italy to celebrate on the 24th as well. But now that I think about it, I have no fucking idea when Italy celebrates Christmas. It has to be the 24th. This is this is a Catholic Church thing. Of course Italy celebrates on 24th. So Natale has to be New Year, or Japan has no idea when Catholics celebrate Christmas, which might be possible as well. Yes, as you wish, ma'am.
もう
Shall we wrap things up here?
簡単に明日の予定を決めちゃおうか。
Val suggests this after we arrived at the three-forked road where we always parted. Shall we meet up around noon? At school?
それなんだけど、時間はもう少し早い方がいい。
A little earlier. That would mean in the morning.
10時くらいなら学院に行く時間と同じだと考えれば。
I don't like thinking of a holiday as a regular day of school.
クリスさんの部屋なら
That might make it all more difficult for me to break free from holiday mode.
もうじゃあこういうのはどう？
A friend. You mean Asino?
あのね、目の前にいるでしょ、パートナーにまでなった友達が。
Ah, right. So that is what you meant.
そういうこと。
But practice, huh? What's more...
それに
Going over to a girl's room is
恥ずかしい？
kinda.
ちょっとは否定しないの？
Well, I'm just not used to it. I answered sheepishly, and as expected, Fall had to laugh. If anything, my room was the better option, as Forney was there. So no, you know. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Now that I needed someone to keep an eye on us. Yeah, for sure. I believe you. But if we got too deeply involved with matters that extended both beyond... What? Oh, I read the wrong line. I read the third line before the second line. That extended beyond music, the result would be as painful for us both.
よし、そこまで言うならおまけをつけちゃおう。
It's
これ
probably
で
food.
断れなくなるはず。
A bonus.
朝から来れば2食付き。
See,
それでどう？
you're cooking, huh? Well, that's tempting, alright. It was gradually getting harder to refuse. Perhaps I should have agreed to practice in my room from the start. But it was too late to suggest either school or my room by now.
やっぱりお昼からにする？
No.
ごめん、実は言ってなかったんだけど、ナターレが終わってから学院が始まる前の日までもっと早くに言っておかなくちゃいけなかったんだけど。
The day before the start of school, the 3rd of January.
うん。パートナーに決まってから言おうと考えてたから。
I see. Then it's also partly my fault for being so slow to make up my mind. Don't worry about it.
1週間ちょっとかな。2日には帰ってこられるから、正確には3日は練習できるよ。
I don't mind. We'll probably be rehearsing non-stop when school starts again, so it will be a nice break. Mind telling me where you're off to?
実家に帰ろうかと思って。
Ah, I see. But knowing you, I figure you'll be rehearsing even at home.
もちろん。クリスさんも休み中練習しないとダメだよ。
Don't worry, I won't be slacking off.
ありがとう。それで明日なんだけど。
We'll meet up in the morning, right?
ありがとう。
Okay, short, what would happen if I wrote this? What would happen now? Since the part between them is already set up, the short part, of course, you know, only a week. But since that is already established, we can make something awkward they have a week to think about. And maybe Chris, I don't know, Chris apparently doesn't go home, so like he has to have a talk with Forney about it or something like that. That is what I would do. If that happens, I don't know, but it seems likely. Don't mention it.
じゃあ朝10時にわかりやすいからコペルト前でいい？
It was too late to argue over the location. Sure. Are you sure? What? Are you sure you're okay? Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. But are you sure you're okay with hosting me?
うん。じゃあまた明日。
Okay then. See you. I watched her disappear from sight, then walked home, pondering whether or not to bring Forney along tomorrow. Good point, actually. He could do that. I wonder if he should. I mean, that is basically telling Forney, yeah, I don't trust myself. At the same time, he has reason to not trust himself. The question is, what does Chris want? That is the real that is the real question here. And so, we ended up deciding to rehearse at Fall's place tomorrow. Care to join us? I was almost positive she would say yes, even if I didn't explicitly tell her I wanted her to come, but...
練習するんでしょ？邪魔になっちゃうからやめとく。
What?
どうせ行ったところで私は歌えないし、それに時間ないんでしょ？
You're being an awfully good girl today.
子供みたいに言わないでよ。
You mean you aren't?
うん。
Do you care if I force you to tag along then?
いや、だからやめとくってば。
Are you sure?
だから最初からそう言ってるでしょ？
How odd?
その代わり、
What?
ナターレが終わったら練習付き合ってあげるよ。
That was your true objective.
そういうこと。
Now that is actually a pretty interesting development, and that kind of puts a halt to my theory that Forney is some kind of representation of Arietta. Because if that was the case, she probably would have tagged along. Ha! Interesting. Will be more interesting to learn now what she is. We will see. Probably in the very end. I thought I'd oblige. Fine. Then I'll be going alone tomorrow.
練習頑張るんだよ。
Ah, Jesus. Oh man, my computer starts stuttering again for no reason. If that goes on, we might have to end the episode. But let's first see if it goes on. I actually want to continue a bit. I'm interested to see what happens in Falk's place. While it wasn't really her style, it seemed she was being considerate of me. I thought I'd accept her guest shot for the occasion. Ah, so far so good, no stuttering anymore. Sabato. Now that is probably Saturday. It's a good guess because yesterday is Friday. Was Friday, as far as I remember. It was crowded in town. Also Sabato, like Sabbath, like the holy day of the Jews. It was crowded. Sorry, I have to laugh because the holy day of the Jews. I'm thinking of a glass of juice right now. The joke is so old it's not even funny, but I have to laugh anyway. It was crowded in town, likely due to the fact tomorrow would be Natale. Tomorrow, most people would go to church, and most stores would be closed. Okay. No, fuck this. I'm going to look up when Italy celebrates Christmas. Well, fuck me. Italy celebrates on the 25th of December. Why in the world are we celebrating on the 24th then in Germany? That makes no fucking sense. Why is that? Now that is something I should have looked up right away. Now, I don't know. But shit, man, I was so super convinced that would probably be something Catholic. You know, since America celebrates on the 25th, it was more likely to me that celebrating on the 25th is some kind of Protestant tradition. But seems I'm wrong. Tomorrow, most people would go to church and most stores would be closed. Religious people usually spend tonight until after tomorrow's Mass in silence. I wasn't particularly religious, and while I would still attend church to pray tomorrow, I didn't feel like spending the eve in silence to prepare for my prayers. I avoided the eyes of the citizens on the streets and checked the time through the window of the trattoria as I had done the last time. Looks like I'm a little early. I noticed the sound of the rain hitting the awning and absently noted that I'd forgotten all about the rain being there for a moment. I had heard there was a function in your body that would drive monotone sounds into the unconsciousness if they continued on for long enough. Swear to God this is true. There are airplanes all the time flying right over my house basically. Well, not that close, but you know what I mean. I don't hear shit. Really, I don't hear shit. It's only a bit difficult when I'm recording and I forget that my window is open or something, and then the plane noises are on the recording. I had that once. That happened one time, and the planes are coming like in a matter of like 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, all the time. So yeah, that was a problem for that recording. It made it reasonable that the people of this town had gotten to be so indifferent toward the rain. I was likely in the process of becoming apathetic to it as well, after having lived here for years. I strained my ears and held out a hand to feel the raindrops on my skin. The fine particles of the drizzle changed direction by the slightest gusts of wind, as they soaked the palm of my hand. I would get a cold if I held my hand out for too long like this, so I withdrew it for now. Really? You get colds because of wet hands?
クリスさん、何やってるの？
Being retarded. Ah, fun.
おはよう。
Good morning. You are early.
そう？結構ギリギリだと思うんだけど。
I thought you might be helping out in the store again, like last time.
さすがにそれはないよ。それで、何してたの？
I just wanted to feel the rain on my hands for a bit.
変なの。
When it is raining endlessly like this, you tend to forget about it sometimes.
それは、 さすがにないよ。
This isn't your town of origin either, right? Come to think of it, I don't think we've ever really talked about that.
そういえばそうね。でも結構家まで近いからそこで話しましょう。
Actually, a city where it always rains would be like a wet dream. Ha! I didn't even do this on purpose. Would be a wet dream for me. Just because it probably means there's no sun all the time. Like, tomorrow it's probably 30 degrees Celsius. The day after tomorrow, 35. Why do I deserve this? I don't deserve this. This is Germany. It is 25 max here. At least it was like this when I was a child. Okay, there were days with 30 degrees or something, but that was like a week. Not 4 weeks in each. Since we had a warm week in June, we had a warm week in July, now we're having a warm week in August. What the fuck? This is not supposed to happen. If I want warm weather, I'll go to Cuba or somewhere, but not here. Jesus, I hate this weather. Sorry for intruding.
どうぞ。
Val handed me a dry towel at the entrance.
この前使ってたよね。
Thanks. After drying my hair, I buried my face in the towel, taking in its pleasant odor.
使い終わったら適当にその辺に置いていいから。
Yeah, that is normal. I also always smell the towels of girls I visit. I mean, it's probably a wash towel, so he probably won't take in the odor of Val, but still, like, come on. You don't do that. After wiping my hotel case clean of raindrops, I folded up the towel and left it on the table. Val was busy in the kitchen, outside of my field of vision. Taking a good look around the room, it really didn't seem much like a girl's bedroom. That wasn't to say that I expected it to be particularly feminine, but perhaps I had that impression simply because there was so little stuff here. Not that I was one to talk, as my own room was pretty much the same.
どうしたの？
Nothing.
物が少ないんで驚いてるんでしょ。
A bit.
でも必要なものは全部あると思うし、不自由はしてないよ。
Okay, Chris, marry her. She will never want anything from you. That is good with your way of life of doing nothing. I see.
さあ、まだお昼までは時間があるし、練習しちゃおっか。
Right away.
私に今必要なのは練習あるのみ。
Right. We should drive out all unrelated matters. Such sentiments were superfluous. Where should I set up my fortel?
そこでいいよ。
Then let's begin.
はい。
Please not make me play again. Please not make me play again. Thank you. After taking a deep breath, Val took a cup of water from the table and downed it in one go.
今日はこんなところかな。
Yeah. Wait, what? It's already 1834? What the hell? Wow. So, you want to tell me he is tired after playing the piece once in school, but he can play it for about 8 hours at her place? Sure, why not? I guess he wasn't as enthusiastic here. After eating sandwiches at noon, we devoted the remaining time until dinner to rehearsing, without ever taking a proper break. Considerable fatigue built up in my body, and there were times during our performance when my fingers stopped moving properly. The temperature inside the room was mild, my clothes were soaked in sweat by now.
終わったら終わったで、今度はお料理しなくちゃ。
Okay, I probably rented too early, fair enough. Still, he bitched so much last time. I thought he was like really done last time. But I guess he's really done now. I don't mind having some leftover bread.
ちょっと朝から煮込んでるシチューを無駄にする気？
Since this morning.
あんまりいいお肉じゃないけど、よく煮込めばすごく美味しくなるんだから。
Good thing I have no idea about cooking, otherwise I would call bullshit. But to be honest, I have no idea if that is bullshit. Aren't you tired?
好きでやってることだから。
With that, the girl left for the kitchen. Are we getting a black screen? I swear to God, if there was a black screen with his emotions on it, I would piss myself in happiness. Like, literally, I would piss myself in happiness. She must have been tired, yet her pace was energetic. There was no way I could follow her example right now. I'm doing it because I like to. I wondered how many times I had heard her say that by now. Was there even anything she disliked? Yeah, maybe. I guess she's not really honest to herself. Maybe that is also part of why her performance is not as good as it could be. I mean, maybe, just speculation here. She worked a part-time job beside her student life, saying she doesn't mind because she enjoys the cooking and would always consent when someone asked her for a favor. She enjoyed copying scores. What? She enjoyed copying scores for me, she enjoyed making food right now, and she enjoyed singing. What didn't she enjoy, really?
お待たせ。うまくできてるとは思うけど。
Even Chris is done with the Mary Sue stuff here.
いただきます。
What the heck was I doing? The more I learned about her, the more miserable I began to feel. And I began to feel other things. To put it in a good way. Interest. I'll take this as a black screen, you know. I mean, it would make me really happy if there was an actual black screen, but I'll take a dark screen as well. To put it in a bad way, affection. I wasn't supposed to be doing anything besides practice. Yet here I was, engaged in unrelated activities.
明日はどうする？教会にお祈りするのもいいんだけど。
Well, to be fair now, Chris. To be fair. Affection would be okay. I mean, you can also feel affection for a friend. As far as I understand the word correctly. So, if you have your libido, do you say that in English? Your sexual desires. If you keep them in a little cage inside of you, then all is good. Was I looking forward to tomorrow?
それよりもさ、ちょっと寄りたいところがあるんだ。
I just nodded like an idiot, brought more food to my mouth, and told her to handle the schedule.
あ、そうだ。演奏会のチケットが2枚あるんだっけ？
To not let myself get swept away by my emotions. To not corrupt the relationship we had going. I feigned indifference, and pretended to be delighted. But in truth, I was delighted.
じゃあ、明日またここでいい？
Sure. Is noon okay for you?
さすがに明日はね。それと3時からコンサートホールで演奏会にも行きたいんだけど。
Sure. What kind of concert is it?
学院の OB が毎年ナターレに集まって演奏するの知らない？
I think I've heard about it. Tickets come cheap for students, right?
残念ながら他の演奏会と違って学生割引が適用されないの。学生にこそ聞いてほしいはずなのにチケット自体の数が少なくて一般販売はほとんどされてないんだって。
Mafia. I'm just saying. You know, Italy and stuff. Also, game is Japanese, Yakuza, Mafia, I don't know. But we don't talk about this.
で、学団員の知り合いだとか学院のお偉いさんなんかに優先的に配られてしまうってこと。
Then how do we get tickets?
学団員の知り合いに優先的に配られるって。
She casually produced 2 tickets from her bag. Do you have such acquaintances?
学院の講師にたくさんいるよ。
I see.
こういう時にいろいろと手伝ってきてよかったって思うよね。
Quite calculative of you.
ひどい。
Whoa, best laugh I ever did. Now that was more appropriate. The instructors probably didn't give her tickets simply for having done a few favors for them. After spending some time with Pal, anyone would realize that you just can't help but feel to want to help this girl out. Val loved to sing and was always striving to improve. She put in the effort and had the talent to pull it off. Then it's okay if I don't bring my fortel, right?
全く練習しないつもり？
Listening to good music counts as practice. Or so I thought, but then I figured some actual practice might be needed after all. Yes.
その通り。じゃあまた明日。あ、一応制服でお願い。
My uniform? Why?
学院の OB の演奏会だからね。一応清掃くらいはしないとね。ただ私たちは学生だから制服で。
Good point. Got it. See you tomorrow. Unlike this morning, the streets were deserted by now. I figured everyone had finished shopping and gone home to prepare for the prayers with their families. When I got home, I was in the mood to make a prayer as well. Come on, text. Ah! So close. So close. Okay. Good thing I have a little bit of time today. Actually, as mentioned, I actually wanted to spend the day like with only doing these episodes, but that didn't work out. Only did 2 episodes. But luckily, I have time right now for doing a second episode. So, I'm going to do that because I'm really fucking curious. Actually, I probably should go to bed. But fuck this, I'm really curious right now. So, thank everybody for watching. Come back for the next episode, which will in this case be probably tomorrow. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.